Hello, DIY Dad here. This is a fresh update on what we're doing, as in the leaving the country without a plan. And I thought I'd go through roughly what we're doing and how we're doing it, so if other people want to do it, they can give it a go. So the first thing is you've got to pretend you know what you're doing, and then tell everyone you're going, so you can't go back. Otherwise, you'll never do it. So after you've done that, you make no plans at all, and then you just wing it. It's pretty much what we're doing so far. So in all seriousness, we don't really have a plan. It's really hard to make plans because at the moment our house is sold. We're 12 weeks into that process. And we've not really even heard from the solicitor yet, apart from them sending us like 13 questions that the solicitor could have answered anyway for us. So we've done that. What we're wanting is a date, because the summer's been fantastic in the UK so far. It's just been really hot the entire time. The kids are in the pool and out in the garden, which we put out, and it's just, this summer's been fantastic, and it makes you think, oh, why am I leaving the UK? But last winter it's the wettest and the most awful winter I can remember. All the forestry sites I was on were flooded, and I was struggling with not making a massive mess everywhere. And this is the complete opposite. You can drive anywhere you want. It's really easy. And I'm like, oh, why isn't it like this every year? But then a lot of the local reservoirs, for example, Haweswater, is mostly empty. It's at least half empty. It's so empty. So I think the weather's going to play a little cruel trick on everybody. And when the true summer turns up, it will just rain and rain and rain. I don't know. Who knows? But back to what we're doing. We're waiting for a date for the house, basically, and we can't make a plan. Our only plan really is that we're going to Airbnb in the UK for a month before we go abroad or go wherever we're going to go. That's the only plan we've got, because we need time to sort out addresses, insurances, all of these things that we need. And in that time, we're going to make a plan of what we're going to do. It's at least going to be some sort of loose plan. In my eyes, you make a plan, you never really stick to it. It doesn't work as you want. So, where are we up to at the moment? We're quite far along in terms of the house. We've done at least 5 car boot sales to try and get rid of all the stuff. Now, I didn't think we had a lot of stuff, but we actually, you get the cupboards and the things, they just seem to fill with stuff that you keep. I've been quite good at throwing stuff out, so it's moving along quite nicely. The loft is now empty, the shed's empty, all of our furniture went today. So all of our beds have gone, wardrobes. I think we've got one item of furniture left that is, and anything that's left the new owners want. So that's good. So it does mean that we're actually we're sleeping on camping mats now, and we don't even have a date for moving. We want to be ready. We want to be prepared, because we've got day-to-day stuff to get rid of. I mean, we've got like kettle, microwave, all the kitchen cutlery, all this stuff that we use on a daily basis, that we can't get rid of it because we need it. And when the date sort of draws nearer and nearer, when we get that date, we can then plan. We can decide, we'll get rid of the microwave and give that away at this date. And I've got this tumble dryer's been sold. Obviously, we're going to keep the washing machine to the last minute. That's going to be scrapped because it's pretty much ruined. We've got a big American fridge freezer, which we also have got an under-counter fridge with a tiny freezer compartment. We can't just use that because it's not big enough. But the closer to the date, I'll either have to skip that, or we'll either give it away, or whatever we do with it. That has to be closer to the date. So we can't do anything. We're waiting for this date, but we're really far along. My van has just been MOT'd. I had to do a bit of work, as you've probably seen on other videos. I've done quite a bit of work to the van. I had to do a little bit more for the MOT. And it only failed, did my MOT checks on it, and it only failed on one brake pipe. like a little flexi which had a bit of rubber flap on it, which was deemed dangerous. So I changed that brake hose, and today I have got new MOT on the van. The other half's car is going to get sold, but we got to MOT that as well. So all these things have come up at the same time. So we need to MOT that car, then we'll sell that car, then we're down to one van. I've got my caravan back up here from Hawkshead, so I've been washing that, and that's going to be sold. That's going to be taken somewhere, and that's going to be sold as well. So everything we own is being sold, and we're going to literally leave the house with a bag each, and probably a few boxes and things to start with, just while we get organised, and then we'll have to slim that down if we're going to go further afield. So really, that's where we're at. We're in limbo at the moment with not much stuff in our house, cars to MOT and sort out, and we're awaiting a date. And as soon as we know that date, we'll know what we can start planning on what we're going to do. And there we go. In hindsight, with all of this, the car boot sales they're quite difficult. They're you pack your car up with all this stuff. You take the stuff you want. You pack the car. You get there really early, unpack everything. You're there for either 2 hours, which is too short for some of them, or you're there all day, which is too long. And it's quite draining doing car boot sales. The constant, will you take 20p for this kind of thing? And you're just like, well, that was like 50 quid. It's quite difficult. And at the end of it all, I think we've been averaging about £120 per car boot sale, and then you have to take off the 10 or 15 quid it is to go there. I might as well have just gone to work. I make more money in a day going to work than I do doing that. So in hindsight, I think it would actually be better just to donate all the stuff you don't need to charity shops, and just take it all there in an hour, come back, do some work, get paid for that, and you'd be better off. So I've spent quite a bit of time doing that, really, and in hindsight we stopped doing them because we were like, I don't think it's worth it. So my work, well, I'm actually working up here now, for now. I've got a machine that's actually about 10 miles from my house, this is the irony of the whole thing. All the time we've been working in forestry, it's been up in Scotland, down South Lakes. It's always been too far to drive daily. And the irony now is there is some work just up the road from me. But swings and roundabouts. I'm reducing work. I'm slowly going down days, because we've got so much to do in the house, and to try and prepare for what we're doing. So I've been doing sort of between 2-3 days, sometimes 4. I'm just trying to slowly ease off. The closer it gets to the time, the less work I'm doing, purely because I don't want to just cut off because of the way I am. I've got this inbuilt personality where I feel like if I'm not working and working really hard, doing long hours and things, that I'm not achieving anything. And this is one of the mindsets I'm hoping to change by doing this. Part of this is to help me. It's going to help me live longer, because if I'm not careful, I just overwork myself, and it's not good for anybody. It's not good for the family. It's not good for me. I want to learn to be with the kids more, be involved in their education a lot more, and I want to enjoy life as well. So that's kind of the plan. I'm easing off work slowly to slowly bring myself down, so that I get time to sort of transition into this sort of new way of life that we're doing. So that's where we're at. I'm not sure there's much else to say about it, really. The stuff in the house is slowly going. We're giving stuff away to people, and belongings just do not matter. What really matters is the connection in your family, of your core values and that connection. And with me working away, and it's hard to get that. So this is what we're aiming for. We're aiming to be a closer family, and we're gonna have fun as well. You can't deny that. We don't know what we're going to do yet, as I've said before, but the world is our oyster, and the world's a big place, and we've all got different ideas. I want to start in Europe in a camper van, just to start, just to get used to it all. The other half's keen to fly further afield, like South America. So I don't know. Maybe we'll meet in the middle and go somewhere in between there. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, I'll let you know when I have more updates. Where I'd like to document this, just to to help other people and how they're going to achieve this. If they want to do it, world schooling is open to everybody. If you've been following the new school bill that they're putting through, comment on some of those on the government websites and just say it's a terrible idea. I think everybody agrees. Just do that, because if we're not careful, none of us are going to be allowed to do what we're doing, because you will stuffed into school to learn stuff that isn't that relevant anymore. So we need to comment on that as well, just to keep that going. Right, we'll leave that there, and I'll bring you more updates as they come. Right, bye for now.